Greetings. I have a really funny story today. This is happened in, 1975. I was running a Montgomery Ward catalog store one summer for my parents in Mount Ida. It was like a branch store of our main store. And my best friend, Johnny Zaio, um, he was in college also, but he didn't have a place to stay, so he came to Mount Ida. He worked at the shoe factory. He had a bicycle, and he lived under the stairs in this old building. This was a really narrow building, and it had a door outside that went upstairs to a second floor that was like abandoned. I mean, there was nothing up there, just plaster falling around and, junk, and there was just nothing up there. And you came in the front door, and to the left, those stairs went up, and we put a little curtain there, and he had a cot that he slept under those stairs. Well, I would leave and go to Bear. We had a trailer at Bear, Arkansas, and I would stay there. And he would tell me, he said, at night, I hear stuff upstairs. And this was really, and I'm sure it was just the old building creaking and cracking because it was old. And so I built it in his mind about the murders that happened. They never saw the thing that killed, whoever lived there. And I kept building this up, where it was really freaking him out. So while he was at work one day, we had this giant stereo system that, the speakers were like waist high and had a big amp. Well, I took it upstairs and I hooked it up on a timer to go off at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So when the store closed at, 5:30, I left and went to Bear. And I put this thing on a timer where it would go off. And then I got back up and drove back to Mount Ida that night. And at 2 in the morning, I was sitting out on the hood of the pickup waiting for this all to unravel. So right at 2 o'clock, this record I had on the stereo was of a wounded jackrabbit. And it sounded like, "Err, err, err." Just an awful sound. We used it to attract animals that were cats that were attacking the horses. And I had to crank that sucker up. So at 2:30, this awful sound starts coming out of just, "Err, err." And downtown Mount Ida, there's like nobody around. The sheriff went to bed at 10 o'clock. There was nobody there. And nobody really lived down there. It was just business buildings and the courthouse. So when this thing goes off, after about the second, "Err, err," he comes bolting out of the store in his underwear across the street into the courthouse lawn. I'm laughing so hard that I fall over and roll off of the hood of the truck. He didn't think it was real funny, but boy, I did. Good times.